first thing I said was, who cares about the models? Hi, my name is Ronke Adeola. I'm the director and producer of Model Citizen. I really love Nigerian fashion, and I actually initially wanted to make a documentary about the designers. And when I shared that with an advisor, a mentor of sorts, they weren't particularly impressed by that idea, and I was quite offended. This mentor said, why not look at an angle that hasn't really been explored? Why not do a documentary about the models? And the first thing I said was, who cares about the models? And within 5 seconds, that's when I realized I had to tell a story about the models and their experiences that's not been documented at all. Obviously, people talk about Nigerian fashion, they wear it all over the world, it inspires people. But we haven't really explored the model experience and what they contribute. So that's where the idea for Model Citizen came from. So I think these things need to be institutionalized, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, everybody's accountable for their actions, and Nigerian culture, one of the foundations of Nigerian culture is respect, right? So of course, there needs to be more respect and kindness all around, but I think fundamentally, we need more institutions and rules and unions and maybe a guild as well to protect models.
I just felt like it was something that I needed to do. So much was happening at the time. I had just had a very bad experience from working a project as a model. So the question to shoot this documentary came to me at the right time. And because I feel like at the time that I was asked to be a part of this, I was still very much hungry about my experience. So it just felt like something that I needed to do. A lot of people in the industry don't see modeling as a job, like as a proper job, so when they put value to it, respect models' time, it would help models, they will also obviously pay us well. The thing now is that the agencies that are also signing models, it would be nice for them to take proper care of the girls. A lot of them have 14, 15. You have to go to their parents to convince them to allow their children to try out this path. So taking care of them and making sure that looking out for them to the best you can.
This is my 13th year in modeling, and yeah, that has literally changed my experience about the industry because now I've seen growth. There's been more respect for models, that emerges from Nigeria, and I'm really excited to see that. So yeah, definitely. Models can protect themselves from exploitation by knowing their worth and not being desperate. Literally, that's it, if you ask me. Just don't be desperate, be patient, and know your worth. I think models needs to go for therapy as top-up model because at the end of the day, they are humans. We're all humans, you get my point. So models should always try to, go for therapy and, find someone to talk to at the end of the day. That will be a very good supporting system of model.
I believe that with a project like this, the more people talk about it, the time for change is always possible. Change is always possible. Change can always be now, as long as all those who are affected are prepared to make the sacrifice to make the change happen, because it will require sacrifice. I look forward to seeing models have an agency and show that they can run an agency much better than the current agencies are doing, and give their colleagues a better standard of living.
I really hope that the story from Model Citizen encourages models to really stand up for themselves. This thing that we're doing here is not normal. It is not normal. Across the rest of the world, this is not how it's done. And we have sat down and we have continuously taken a beating consistently. South Africa is literally right next door, and they're doing so much better than us in terms of production. And it's not rocket science, it's just because they treat everybody else better. So that's it. My experience in the industry has shaped my perspective in terms of being very, very vocal about the things I want. Like I'm not the kind of person, it's made me not be that kind of person who will just be like, oh, let me manage it until it's done. No. If from the beginning I walk in and it's not what I want, I'll be very vocal about it, because you realize over time that the less loud you are about things, the more likely they will overlook it and you keep getting treated like shit. Having a dedicated organization for models is very, very important so that the new models coming in have some sort of baseline and protection from the predators that we have out there, honestly.
I'm a plus size model, and I had seen the way plus size models were treated in the industry, and I decided, to share my story, to bring to front, what was happening in the modeling industry with plus size models, and sharing my story felt liberating, so I had to share it. I'm hoping that this story, what we share, especially for me, will show that every size is beautiful. Doesn't matter big, small, tall, short. Every size and everyone is beautiful. Everybody is beautiful. It has helped me to be free to do what I want to do. Like, nothing is holding me back. Not my size, not my shape, not my complexion, nothing. Nothing is holding me back. And I hope that someone watching this would know that nothing should hold her back. Or him. Nothing should hold you back.
I mean, the documentary is just coming out, but I'm a pretty vocal person and I've always been vocal and I've paid the price for being vocal, but it's not going to stop me from saying my mind at any point in time. I think for one is open their ears and listen. It's very easy to say that you're hearing people, but if you're not actively listening to what they're saying, receiving it and making steps to make changes or differences, we're not truly having a conversation. I feel like the opportunity to sit down with models and just have these conversations are important. In any industry, feedback is important, and improving on the feedback that you've gotten is always great. And honestly, a general respect level as human beings. For models who have experienced trauma, you need to build a community. I know people always say it, and I know it's very difficult building a community, but if you're intentional about growing, about helping yourself, you need to build a community of like-minded people and safe people. Safe spaces are definitely recommended. I would say therapy, but if you're not doing therapy right now, get into it. There's so many different platforms. But yeah, building a community is so key.
It should be action points. So everything that we've said today needs to be implemented. Again, I quote Nkem because she's someone that who really spoke to me, through the documentary. And she herself has said that, she wants to start a modeling guild, which is, I think, the first phase in making sure that these models are represented and their welfare is being taken care of. But as Seyitan Atigarin, as a news anchor and a broadcast journalist, what I will do is make sure that I use my platform to tell their stories. So what I have done with this initial phase is to actually invite the producer and the director of this documentary, as well as one of the models, to come on my platform to have this conversation so that more people can even know. Because what I realized today is that we don't even know the problem, and how can you solve a problem if you don't know it? So yeah, on my end, as someone who has a platform, is to help them or allow their stories to be heard by more people.
I think that models can protect themselves from exploitation by doing their research. They should do a lot of research before they get signed to an agency, before they go for any brand deal, any brand, any casting, any job in particular. Do your research. Go and ask people around you, people that have gone farther than you. Hear what they have to say. And then you know that, okay, I'm protected. You will not just do anything. You will not just be anywhere. And yeah, basically just do your research and be bold to speak when something doesn't feel right or sits right with you. I think that there should be an association, first of all, because models need to know that they're not alone in this. There are a lot of people that have experienced this challenges. They have faced these challenges as well. They will not be the first. They might not even be the last. So there should be an association to help models to speak up. Then they should go for therapy too. Therapy is good. And also go to church, pray. God is going to heal you. He's going to heal your heart, and he's going to heal every trauma that you're experiencing as well.